In this video, I'm going to show you how to create your first smart form using our LeadsGenie software. First of all, I'm assuming that you already extracted the necessary form from your autoresponder. Here's mine. I've also added some additional fields. Apart from name and email, I've added the custom city, state, zip, postal code, country, and gender fields. If you don't have this yet, you'll need to go to the other tutorial videos which explain how to extract this particular kind of form from your autoresponder and how to create the additional fields. Now, I already have this set up and I already have the source of the form in a separate file. So I'm going to go to the LeadsGenie page and I'm going to click Create New Smart Form. I'm going to give it a name. Any name is okay as long as it's unique in your account. And in the code section, I need to paste the actual code of the form. I'm going to extract that from my source. I'm only interested in the section between the form tags. So I'm going to press Ctrl F to search and just search for smaller than form to find the start of the form tag. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down up to the end of the form and copy by pressing Ctrl C or by right clicking and pressing copy. Now back in the software, I'm just going to paste my form into the code section and click next. Now there were no errors, so the software accepted my form code as being correct. If there had been any errors, they would be displayed to the right of the form code and you wouldn't be able to proceed to the next step. Errors such as unable to identify the form if you're missing the form tag, or unable to identify the fields if your form is non-standard in any way. Now on to the first tab, the Genderization tab. Genderization means that the software will attach the best guessed gender, male or female, to the contact depending on their name. Now, first of all, I selected yes, I do want genderization. You can turn each feature on or off as you need. So I've selected yes, I do want genderization. I've selected the field that's used as the input for the name. So I've chosen the name field out of all the fields in my form, as well as the gender field in which I want the software to actually write the chosen gender, the detected gender. As for the last three fields, they allow me to specify exactly what I want the software to write in the gender field. The defaults, male, female, and unknown should be fine for most cases, but if your autoresponder is very restrictive, for example, if it only allows one character to be inputted into that field, then you can replace male by M and female by F and unknown by U, for example. Geolocation will allocate each contact into the best guess region to which they belong depending on their IP address. I can turn the feature on or off from the first field. And now comes the difficult part. Now, the problem is that different autoresponders have different ways to store the country. So, depending on your autoresponder, you'll want to choose one of the country fields as your destination for the contact's country, detected country. The first field should accept the full name of the country, such as United States of America. The country 2C field should accept a 2-character code such as US, and the country 3C field should accept a 3-character code such as USA. So you should only select the field, the country field, corresponding to the type of information that you want to store, and you should leave the other ones as not present. In the configuration that I'm showing on the screen right now, the software will simply store the full name of the country in the custom country field. The region field, zip field, and city field behave normally. You just choose the destination field where you want the region, zip, and city to be stored. The fixed misspelling feature will automatically detect possible misspellings of the domain name part of the email address of your subscribers and try to correct it depending on an internal database that we keep up to date. First of all, you can turn the feature on or off from the first option, and then you can choose the email field, the field in the form which stores the email, because the software needs to look at that to identify the domain part. And then you can choose whether or not you want confirmation. If in the confirmation field you choose yes, then the message below will be shown to the user when they attempt to register with a possibly invalid domain. Did you mean to type, and instead of new mail, the message will just show the correction suggested instead of old email, and instead of old email, the software will just show exactly what they entered. This message will have three buttons: yes, no, and cancel. If they press yes, then the submission will proceed with the correction, so you will get the corrected email in your database. If they press no, then the submission will also proceed, but it will use the email exactly as inputted by them, possibly mistaken. And if they press cancel, then the submission will be cancelled and they will get a chance to manually modify their email address. The blacklisting feature, which is turned off by default, allows us to automatically block certain domains which are better kept off our lists, such as throwaway domains, throwaway email domains. Now, if you activate this feature, then when a user tries to use such an email address in the email field, then they will get the message that is written in the box below. Sorry, the email address, old email, cannot access this content. And of course, old email will be replaced by the email address exactly as they inputted it in the field. They will not be able to proceed to subscribe to your list with such an email address. And we're almost done. This is the last step. The software has created a new form with the fields hidden. As you can see, this is the original form. It had many fields, but the software automatically hid the fields that it's supposed to autocomplete. And since the form looks okay, we're going to click the green button. Yes, the form looks okay. Give me the automatic code. This automatic code should work most of the time. If the form looks okay in the previous page, you can simply copy this code and go into your document. Replace the form code that you previously copied into the SmartForm and paste the code that you just got from our software. And this is what it looks like. Now you might be wondering what the manual version actually is. Well, if in the previous screen it didn't work properly, the software didn't hide the appropriate fields, or everything disappeared, then it means that your form is a bit unusual and you're going to need to manually fix it. So that means that you need to go to the manual version. This is just the JavaScript code which does the actual submission. So you're going to need to copy that and paste it into your form code anywhere in the page. I'm going to paste it just at the end, for example. But the problem is that you're going to have to manually go through the form and identify the fields that are not necessary. For example, the city field, and you're going to need to make this hidden. So In this case, it's every field is part of an LE element, LE. So I just need to hide the LE itself so that I also hide the label. So in the LE element, I'm going to need to go to the style and just type display none. And I'm going to need to do that for all the fields. You can use a visual editor for that or whatever you want. Just hide the fields. Make sure you're not deleting them because the software needs them to work. And make sure you remember to add this JavaScript code at the end of your file or wherever you want in your file. And in this case, we have the same effect. Of course, it looks the same as before because our form was looking fine from the beginning. This was just an example. More detailed examples about how to manually edit your form in case it doesn't work automatically through the software will be given through separate videos.